What if lowering your blood pressure did not require hours of exercise, strict diets, or complicated routines? What if it could start with just 5 minutes a day? Something simple, something practical, something you can actually follow. Now think about this. High blood pressure does not appear suddenly. It builds slowly over time, often without clear symptoms. You may feel completely normal. No pain, no warning. Nothing that makes you stop and think. But inside your body, your heart is working harder. Your blood vessels are under constant pressure. And over time, this begins to affect your overall health. Now, here is the important part. Most people believe fixing this requires big changes. Long workouts, strict routines, or medications. And because of that, they delay taking action. They feel it is too difficult, too time-consuming, too complicated. But what if that belief is not entirely true? What if small, consistent actions could support your body, starting with just a few minutes? Now imagine this, 5 minutes in your day, not hours, not something overwhelming, just a short, simple routine. Now imagine repeating it every day. Now your body begins to respond. Now your system begins to adapt. Now here is the key idea. Your body does not respond to occasional effort. It responds to consistent patterns. Now think about your daily routine. What you repeat every day shapes your health. Now imagine adding one simple habit, something you can do easily. Now your routine begins to improve. Now your body begins to respond. Now here is something very important. This is not about replacing medical care. It is about supporting your body naturally, through actions you can control. Now imagine having a routine. That does not require equipment. That does not require sweating. That does not require leaving your home. Now you remove resistance. Now you make it easier to stay consistent. Now consistency becomes possible. Now results become possible. Now here is something most people miss. They look for quick fixes, but ignore simple habits. Now imagine focusing on simple habits. Now your routine becomes easier. Now your body responds more naturally. Now think about this. If something is easy, you will repeat it. If something is difficult, you will stop. Now imagine choosing something easy. Now your routine becomes sustainable. Now your system becomes more stable. Now here is the key idea. Simplicity creates consistency, and consistency creates results. Now imagine this. You wake up, you take 5 minutes. You follow a simple routine. Now your body responds. Now imagine doing this every day. Now it becomes a habit. Now your system adapts. Now your blood pressure begins to respond. Now here is something very important. This is not about doing more. It is about doing the right things in the right way, at the right time. Now imagine having clarity, knowing exactly what to do, without confusion, without guessing. Now you feel more in control. Now your routine becomes stronger. Now your results become more consistent. Now in this video, you are going to discover a simple 5-minute routine designed specifically for people over 60, a routine that focuses on your body, your circulation, and your system. Simple steps, easy to follow, practical to repeat. Now imagine finishing this video and knowing exactly what to do. Now you are not waiting. Now you are not guessing. Now you are taking action. Now your body begins to respond. Now your system becomes more balanced. Now your health begins to improve. Now take a moment and ask yourself, can you give 5 minutes to your health? Because sometimes that is all it takes to start real change. And once you begin, everything starts to shift. Now here is the final thought. It is not about how much you do. It is about what you do consistently. And that is where real improvement begins. Now let us begin with the routine. Because once you understand how simple this is, everything becomes easier. This is not a complicated plan. It is a short, focused routine designed to support your body in just a few minutes. Now think about this. Your body responds quickly to certain actions, especially when those actions support circulation and relaxation. Now let us start with the first part of this routine, isometric holds. Now this may sound technical, but it is actually very simple. It means holding a position without moving. Now imagine this. You sit against a wall, your back supported, your knees bent, your legs holding your body in place. Now you stay in that position, without movement. Now your muscles are active, but your body is still. Now here is the key idea. This type of hold sends signals to your blood vessels. Now your system begins to respond. Now imagine holding this position for a short period, then resting, then repeating it. Now your body begins to adapt. Now your system becomes more responsive. Now here is something very important. You do not need to push yourself too hard. You just need to stay consistent. Now imagine doing this for a few minutes. Now your body starts recognizing the pattern. Now your system begins to improve. Now let us move to another variation, because not everyone can do the same position. Now imagine holding a plank position or a modified version. Now again, you are holding your body steady, without movement. Now your muscles are engaged. Now your system responds. Now here is the key idea. These holds are simple, but powerful when repeated consistently. Now imagine including them in your daily routine. Now your body adapts. Now your system becomes more balanced. Now let us take a step back. This first part focuses on your physical system, your muscles, your circulation, your vascular response. Now imagine supporting your body in this way. Now your system becomes stronger. Now your body handles pressure more effectively. Now here is something most people miss. They think only movement matters, but stillness with control also matters. Now imagine combining both. Now your routine becomes more complete. Now your results become stronger. Now let us go deeper, because this is not about doing it once, it is about repetition. Now imagine doing these holds every day. Now your body adapts. Now your system improves. Now your blood pressure begins to respond. Now here is the key idea. Your body learns from what you repeat. Now imagine teaching your body through simple actions. Now your system becomes more efficient. Now your balance improves. Now here is something very important. You do not need equipment. You do not need a gym. You just need a small space and a few minutes. Now imagine how easy that is. Now your routine becomes practical. Now consistency becomes possible. Now let us bring this part together. Simple holds, short duration, repeated consistently. Now imagine building this habit. Now your body responds. Now your system improves. Now your blood pressure becomes more stable. Now take a moment and ask yourself, can you do this for a few minutes every day? Because if you can, you create a pattern, and that pattern creates results. Now here is the key takeaway from this part. Simple controlled holds can support your body when done consistently. Now imagine starting today. Now your routine begins. Now your body responds. Now your system becomes more balanced. Now your health begins to improve. Now here is the important part. This is only the first step, because in the next part, we are going to move to something even more powerful, something that directly affects your nervous system and helps your body move into a calm, balanced state. Because once you combine both, your results become stronger, and that is where real improvement begins. Now let us move to the second part of this routine, because the first step supported your physical system, but this step focuses on something deeper, your nervous system. Now think about this. Your body has two main modes, one that keeps you alert, active, and ready, and another that helps you relax, recover, and restore balance. Now imagine this. Most people stay in an alert state for too long. Even when they are resting, even when they are sitting, their body is still slightly tense. Now this affects how the system functions. Now here is the key idea. To support your blood pressure, your body needs to shift into a calm state. Now imagine helping your body do that through something very simple, breathing. Now let us look at how to do this. You sit comfortably. You relax your shoulders. You bring your attention to your breath. Now you inhale slowly through your nose, counting to 5. Then you exhale slowly through your mouth, again counting to 5. Now you repeat this, slow, steady breaths. Now your body begins to respond. Now your system starts to calm down. Now here is something very important. The speed of your breathing affects your body. Slow breathing signals safety. Now your system relaxes. Now your heart rate begins to settle. Now your body moves toward balance. Now imagine doing this for a few minutes, not rushing, not forcing, just following a steady rhythm. Now your body adapts. Now your system becomes calmer. Now here is the key idea. This is not about effort. It is about rhythm. Now imagine maintaining that rhythm. Now your body responds more effectively. Now let us go deeper, because most people do not realize how powerful breathing is. They breathe automatically, without awareness. Now imagine changing that. Now you are in control. Now your breathing supports your body. Now your system becomes more balanced. Now here is something very important. You do not need a special place. You can do this anywhere. Now imagine sitting quietly, taking a few minutes. Now your body begins to relax. Now your system shifts. Now your blood pressure begins to respond. Now let us connect this with the first step. You started with controlled holds. Now you move into controlled breathing. Now your physical system and your nervous system are both supported. Now imagine combining both every day. Now your results become stronger. Now your routine becomes more effective. Now here is something most people miss. They focus only on physical actions, but ignore the nervous system. Now imagine supporting both. Now your body responds more completely. Now let us take a step back. Slow breathing, simple rhythm, repeated daily. Now imagine building this habit. Now your body adapts. Now your system becomes more stable. Now your blood pressure becomes more balanced. Now here is the key takeaway from this part. Your breathing is a powerful tool when used correctly. Now imagine using it daily. Now your routine becomes stronger. Now your body responds. Now your system improves. Now your health begins to improve. Now take a moment and ask yourself, Can you give a few minutes to your breathing? Because if you can, you support your body in a natural way. Now here is the important part. This is not the end, because in the next part, we are going to complete this routine with one final step, something simple, but often ignored. That brings everything together and makes this routine even more effective. Because once all parts are combined, your results become stronger, and that is where real improvement begins. Now let us move to the final part of this routine, because this is what brings everything together. You have supported your body physically. You have supported your nervous system. Now it is time to support your internal balance. Now think about this. Your body depends on proper fluid balance, and even small changes in hydration can affect how your system functions. Now imagine this. When your body is slightly dehydrated, your blood vessels become narrower. Now your system has to work harder. Now your blood pressure may increase. Now here is the key idea. Hydration supports your circulation. Now imagine using this in a simple way, not rushing. Not drinking large amounts all at once, but slowly. Now let us look at how to do this. You take a glass of water. You sip it slowly, not quickly, not all at once. Now you give your body time to respond. Now your system begins to adjust. Now your body starts moving toward balance. Now here is something very important. The way you drink matters. Now imagine drinking too fast. Your body does not respond the same way. Now imagine drinking slowly. Now your system adapts. Now your body responds more effectively. Now let us go deeper. Because most people overlook this step. They focus on big changes, but ignore simple habits. Now imagine improving this one habit. Now your routine becomes more complete. Now your body responds better. Now let us connect everything together. You started with controlled holds. Now your physical system is supported. You added slow breathing. Now your nervous system is calmer. Now you add hydration. Now your internal balance improves. Now imagine doing all three steps together. Now your routine becomes powerful. Now your body responds more effectively. Now here is the key idea. Simple steps when combined create strong results. Now imagine repeating this routine every day, just 5 minutes. Now your body adapts. Now your system becomes more stable. Now your blood pressure becomes more balanced. Now here is something most people miss. They try complicated routines, but do not stay consistent. Now imagine choosing something simple. Now you repeat it daily. Now your results become long-term. Now let us take a step back. 3 simple steps. Isometric holds, controlled breathing, slow hydration. Now imagine building this into your daily routine. Now your pattern changes. Now your body responds. Now your system improves. Now your health improves. Now here is something very important. This is not about doing everything perfectly. It is about staying consistent. Now imagine doing your best every day. Now your body adapts. Now your system becomes stronger. Now your blood pressure becomes more stable. Now your energy improves. Now your daily life improves. Now here is the final message. Your body is always responding to what you do, to what you repeat, to your habits. Now imagine supporting your body with simple, consistent actions. Now your system works with you, not against you. Now take a moment and ask yourself, can you give 5 minutes to your health? Because that is where real change begins. Now imagine starting today, now repeating it, now building the habit, now your routine improves. Now your body responds, now your results become visible. Now here is the final takeaway. It is not about doing more. It is about doing the right things consistently. Because consistency creates results. Now imagine staying consistent. Now your body adapts. Now your system improves. Now your blood pressure becomes more balanced. Now your health becomes more stable. And that is where real improvement begins.